Recognizing facial expressions is a real challenge for those with Asperger's. I remember that before my healing, every facial expression meant the same thing to me: confusion. Today we're offering some tools for neurodiverse couples to practice. We'll also have some more radio drama fun. Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Lib.
And together, we're Lib and Steve.
In a neurodiverse relationship, where one partner has Asperger's and one does not, there's a level of need for cooperation that is unlike a neurotypical relationship. I remember intuitively realizing back in the days before diagnosis that Steve needed a seeing eye dog to guide him. The dilemma was that Steve had always been a super intelligent guy, so how am I going to convince him he needs my guidance? Especially knowing that we didn't know what we didn't know.
This is another reason why diagnosis is so important, because I thought Lib was wrong about most of her conclusions. I resisted her attempts to help, like all the time. Once we received the diagnosis and began therapy, I learned that I really did need a seeing eye dog. It was a tough pill to swallow, especially since there were some raw nerves in our relationship through the net occurring erosion that happens in a neurodiverse relationship.
For you neurotypical partners like me, I speak courage over you. It feels risky to always have to take a beating for stepping in and offering help only to be resisted time after time. And it's a big responsibility when you consider that your Asperger partner is trusting you to not lead them off a cliff. As we discussed what it would look like to offer hope, we just had to have some more fun using radio drama to validate that the struggle is real.
It's good to lighten up as we consider the hard places of neurodiverse relationships, but also to offer a tangible tool to help you practice how to work as a team. We hope you enjoy another radio drama by Lib and Steve.
Steve, don't forget we have that dinner invitation tonight at the Smiths. Let's practice our prompts. We do not want a repeat of what happened last time we had dinner with someone.
Yeah. You know how much I love this practice stuff. I want it like I want a hole in my head.
Well, I'll get a hole in my heart if we don't work at this. Remember, you're doing this for us.
Okay.
Remember what happens when we don't use prompts? Ugh. Like that awful last dinner at the Browns that we had.
And furthermore, people who believe that are idiots. Lib, what's the matter? Tell me what's the matter.
Nothing. Oh my, let's not repeat that. It's so demoralizing when my stink-eye look is misunderstood and you highlight my emotional drama as if I'm ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess that isn't good.
Okay, ready? Let's begin practice. Remember, our prompt word is Selah, which in Hebrew means pause and consider. Steve, what do you think about the political climate?
I think people are idiotic who believe like...
Selah!
Selah. I think I don't personally agree with a lot of that political sentiment.
Okay, excellent practice. You got this.
Whew. Yes, I do.
Now we'd like to offer another tool that could actually be fun and helpful at the same time. We're going to demonstrate a facial recognition game. I make a face, then he guesses the emotion. It can open up an Asperger to understand that emotions are reflected in facial expressions and body language, and how to respond better and increase self-awareness. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Surprise. Anger, upset. Sad. Disgust.
Okay, you did good. Now, as you practice this, let it lead to a fun discussion of how neurotypicals see things and how an Asperger sees things. And also remember, it's practice. And don't forget to practice using prompt words. Steve, how do you think things have changed in this area for you after healing?
I vividly remember this part of my neuropsych eval. There were various scenes depicting typical social relational dialogue and interaction. Periodically, the video was stopped and I was asked the emotion that one of the characters was feeling. I simply had no clue for any of the scenarios. Since healing, I have grown in this skill and am becoming increasingly aware of how people are experiencing me by reading body language, facial expressions. If my comments are eliciting an emotional response that is negative or I wasn't anticipating, I am learning how to change my word choice, tone, and overall emotional being to better match the situation. I'm sure it's not perfect, but I am growing, and it's awesome that I don't need the stink eye anymore. How about you, Lib?
Well, I don't have an arsenal of current horror memories of crazy social goofs in recent times, so that is evidence of change. It's one of the harder patterns to reverse, I think, simply because of the sheer magnitude of operating a certain way for the entire first 52 years of your life. I am aware that I'm less stressed when we step out in a social situation. In years past, I was a bundle of nerves wondering what you'd say, but now I can relax when we're out and about.
Indeed, remember, our breakthrough makes a way for your breakthrough. Hope is on the way. Next week, we'll talk about developing, maintaining, and understanding relationships.
Please like us, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this with anyone who could benefit. See you next week.